hold you back in some ways subconsciously, if that's what you're broadcasting out to the universe. I could see you stuck a very long time doing something you don't like, because again, everything is in all time and eternity. Your father had his lessons. There's absolutely no judgment. All we're doing with this work is proclaiming that we have a right to make a different decision at any moment based on new information. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Your father's, those lessons served him well, and the lessons you've learned so far, we've all been served by the experiences that we've had. We're deciding in this time and present moment that we're free to make new choices for our lives based on a new paradigm or a new belief system. All right, so hold on. Let me tune in a little more for you. Okay. Yeah. The word uber responsible is coming up around you. You uber responsible. It's funny they're using that word. Are you very, very responsible in your heart? You would probably work for the rest of your life to support your son and do what you needed to do if that was something that you felt that you should do.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean.
Yeah, I'd be a single mom now too. I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but give yourself credit, because there's a lot of people that just ditch responsibility and do whatever they want, single mom or not. So good, that responsible, they're super responsible part of you. I'm going to tune in a little more because I get little pieces at a time. Hold on. And when I close my eyes, I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions like, what can we tell Kelly that she can do that she can move forward with what she loves and make really good money doing that? Okay, so hold on. And you can be responsible at the same time.
Right.
So just know moving forward, just from this show, you already have an awareness that you have a belief system that may or may not be accurate for you now, and you have a choice to be aware of that and think something consciously. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
It could be that you could live your life purpose and be phenomenally successful and able to support yourself and then some. Would you agree that is possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Not sure how to get there. Yeah.
Oh no, we're going there. Trust me. Hold on. Let's see. And there's no coincidences, just so you know. So everything you say, I'm going to pick up on and ask about it. So I'm going to say, well, that's an awfully important point. So hold on. Let me tune in on what you just said about, I just don't know how to do it. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, very common. The left brain tries to figure things out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a left brain and a right brain. Let me tell you. The left brain tries to figure things out. It knows language. It knows how to dial the telephone or hit buttons, because we don't dial telephones anymore. But understand that in any given moment, you can work from your left brain or your right brain. Okay? In fact, do you have a pen and paper to take notes while we're talking?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I want you to Google, and I'll be giving you homework. It's kind of a big joke with all my clients. I give homework, but I think the homework that I give is relevant and useful. So I'm going to have you Google "Stroke of Insight" by Jill Bolte Taylor. It's JILLBOLTETAY. She is a neuronata something or other, the brain, someone that studied the brain, and then she had a stroke. And then this 20-minute, make sure it's the 20-minute, 19 or 18 to 20-minute video on YouTube by TED, A Stroke of Insight by Jill Bolte Taylor. She brilliantly describes the difference between being in the left brain and being in the right brain. And I'm not going to give it away, but it's absolutely worth your time and anybody watching to watch this. Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay, so with that said, when you watch this and you go back and you go, I know what Ann's talking about now. When you said, can't figure out, however you said that, I heard left brain logic. Kelly's trying to figure it out. And that's okay. That's what we do before we learn that we have this other wonderful part of our brain, the right brain, which is the intuitive, creative brain. And the good news is once we learn how to tap into that, and we can expand the use of our creativity and intuition. I'm a perfect living example. So those kinds of answers, you don't figure it out. They just drop in from the sky. Just like when I closed my eyes and I asked about Kelly's Foundation Root Center, it just dropped into my intuition that her father had a job and he had to struggle because he never really got to do what he wanted to do and get paid well for it. So Kelly, through osmosis, whatever, got that message. I just got that loud and clear. Did I read that in a book? Did I ask you, or is that my opinion? Right? And none of those. Right? And you've seen me work live. You know how psychic I can be, right?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I love, because I couldn't make this up if I tried. I just get the information. You know what? You can too. We get the information that we need. So, first of all, I'm going to teach you here that there's another way to go about finding answers for yourself other than trying to figure it out, in quotes. And one of my favorite examples is when you call for a pizza. I don't know about you, but I don't sit there and wonder what kind of car the pizza guy is driving, or how it's going to get to my house. I really don't think. I ask for a pizza, I get the pizza. You see what I'm saying? That I don't try to figure out how I'm going to get it, and that's the way that I work with the universe. So there's different manifesting techniques other than trying to figure out what's happening in your relationship and your job right now. You can begin to manifest new experiences. And I'm going to get to the bottom of a lot of this over the next few weeks. So we're just kind of doing a starter course today, giving you some different ways of thinking and different things to try to kind of get the ball rolling. But one of my favorite, when I say manifesting is when you want to bring things into your experience. I call it bringing things in, grounding things into reality, or bringing things into your experience that are working for you in your life. So if you're in a relationship that's not working, one thing you can do, and I use Jesus. I tell people to say Jesus or God or whatever higher power they choose, but for the sake of this, I'm going to, so you get pen and paper, you want to say, thank you, Jesus, I now have. You want to write that down?
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you, Jesus, I now have a relationship where I feel, or where, and then blank. So tell me 5 important qualities that you're looking for in a romantic relationship. Let's create now what you want versus just kind of living when being stuck with something you don't want. So you need to create a vision to move into. And that's your right brain. Okay? So we're starting to create this right now. And then we'll figure out why you're not living that, or why you haven't been living that creation. You understand?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Because just like the situation with your dad in the past, you didn't really realize that you were being held back at your job, thinking you had to work there. That was really your only option, because if you did what you loved, you wouldn't be able to make ends meet. I don't think you were walking around really acknowledging that, were you?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so you already got some new insight on that. So I'm thinking that there's something else going on, some other block with the relationship. So we're going to work on that now too. So thank you, Jesus. I now have a relationship where, for instance, I feel honored. He calls me frequently. What are 5 things that's important to you?
I guess being supported, and in terms of whatever choice I want to make, just me as a person just supports me.
Okay, why don't you write this down too? I want you to write these down. So I'm gonna have you say this every day. where I feel supported. You can be as in depth about, if you know what that means, that's fine. Supported emotionally, supported financially. Go there, Kelly, if you want to be supported financially.
No, that's one thing I don't want.
Oh, I'm not. Okay. Okay. I know people say that, but I think there's such a fear around, God forbid somebody supports us financially and then we have no power or something like that. I'm just saying. I've seen that happen before. It's just the fear of losing control or power over your life. I don't, but we'll work. We'll figure that one. I'm not saying you're not accurate, but crazier things have happened. I know exactly, because I've been one of the pioneers. I would be the 3-job. I'll work to the bone. I'm not gonna have a man support me. And I'm like, what's so bad about having my husband support me? Just saying, Of course, I do love my work, and that helps. But let's be open to your highest good. Highest good for Kelly. We'll see what. So for now, we'll leave it at supported emotionally.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Or at least a contributor. Okay. So that's one. Okay. What else?
See, this is hard. I don't know why this is hard for me to even think about this, but I guess somebody that's, maybe somebody that doesn't, not interfere, but and something that's not controlling. Am I allowed to say something that I don't want to?
Yeah. Let's reframe it. Someone that allows my freedom.
Yes.
Okay, so we get supportive emotionally.
And free themselves.
Allows my freedom. Encourages independence. And, well, you got to watch that one, because you don't want to be so independent. I think that there's an interdependence that I think is healthy, so that you both have your own thing going on, but you're not living 2 separate lives.
Right. Yeah. So, but I mean, to some extent, yes, we do our own things, but we can come back and be together.
Okay.
Very nicely as well.
Well, I need my dictionary.com for all my circle ladies that will be watching. I'm going to look up interdependent, because I had heard years ago that was the best. When I was manifesting my own relationship, I did a pretty good job. Wouldn't you say, Dean?
I'd say you did really well.
Thank you. Okay. Sure. I know it's not. I know it can happen. All right, interdependent. I don't know if you're going to like this one, but there's something to this. Mutually dependent, depending on each other. Now, not to say that. Should we? It's time for Ask Dean. We usually save that to the end. But there's something here that I'm going, depend on each other. Well, what if the other one leaves, and then you're like a chair with 3 legs and you fall over, right? So, I like you. I was fairly independent most of my life, and the thought of depending on a man was, oh boy, scary.
Right.
At
Well,
best.
yeah. I've gotten myself to the point where I do my thing, and I'm fine with somebody coming in and I share my life with them, but I just I don't want them messing with it too much.
Maybe when we want to say share. Okay, so thank you, Jesus. Kelly now has a relationship where she feels emotionally supported, and she has shares her life. Oh no, what was the other one? Feels free.
Yeah,
experiences freedom.
And my life.
Freedom and Dean, what do you think? I'm going to ask you.
Well, the word autonomy came to mind. Nobody wants to be swallowed up, gobbled up, or dominated, and I think that a lot of times this conversation about dependence tends to fall that direction. And I personally don't know how anybody could be in a relationship and not have dependencies on each other for a multitude of different things, emotionally, physically, logistically, everything. So
Dean and I depend on each other, but we're also strong within our